having a wonderful steak and eggs breakfast in a camper that we've rented, Airbnb. We're in Zion, not literally the national park, but in Zion, and we like to read the Psalm of the day, and we're on 50 because it's the 20th plus 30, and just really cool. The mighty one, God the Lord, speaks and summons the earth from the rising of the sun to its setting. Out of Zion, the perfection of beauty, God shines forth.
So cool.
Not a coincidence. Good morning from Snow Canyon State Park. We're gonna go climb a 300-foot multi-pitch over there, kind of up that direction. One of the cool things, well, kind of cool, is they ask you to mix this pigment with your chalk so that there's not white chalk all over the rock. So it's kind of cool. We're gonna do that thanks to the Zion Climbing Commission and Derek Coalition, I should say. So we'll see you on the rock. Here you can see the route. If you look at that kind of triangular thing, we're gonna be working our way up that thing to the top and then rappelling back down. This will be your first multi-pitch rappel.
Yeah.
The climbing's easy, 5.5. It's called Will's Rush, but the rappelling will be a new element. And climbing on this red rock will be this also new. So it should be interesting. I'm excited. An adventurous start. You gotta work your way up through all these boulders to get up to the start of the pitch. What do you think of it so far? Great, I'm loving it. You're gonna hate it.
It's fun, I'm gonna love it.
Haven't even started yet, but it's already adventurous and fun, isn't it? How do you like the scramble?
Scramble's good.
How do you like those white flowers?
White flowers are really pretty. You have to be careful. It seems like there's tons of loose rocks you don't wanna
Yeah,
step on.
I tried not to kick any down at you.
You didn't. Thanks.
I know. Nice that someone left a rope ladder. Although I saw in the comments that it's not doing super good. So you may not want to trust it. To each his own. Are you ready for a fun multi-pitch?
I'm ready.
It's a 290-foot 5.5.
Yeah.
Beautiful views. Red rock.
Yep.
More or less climbing in Zion. We're just down the road. Climbing in Zion didn't sound that exciting. We talked to a local guide and we just decided on this instead. So up we go. Into the clouds. My cute belayer, Rochelle. Pretty easy climbing. Rochelle, excuse me. Views are pretty fun. You can see people running around there, right there, dead center in the sand dunes. It's a really pretty park. State parks can be beautiful. Entrance fees are a little stiff. It was like $20 for the day. When you buy an annual pass and you go to 30 national parks, it feels expensive, but. All right, I'm climbing on. Pitch 1. See if I can show you Michelle down there. Yeah, there she is. So she's right there. I think this was 180 feet, they said? Yeah. And I put in probably 6 pieces of protection. There are some pitons here with some cordelette and a rappel ring. It's nice of them. It's one thing that's interesting about rappelling, like you gotta basically trust somebody else's work. It's a big, huge flat ledge you can stand on. I ditched my climbing shoes immediately. This is probably, I don't know, 12 feet by 10 feet. So you can just kind of sit and hang out, and we're headed up there. There's 2 routes here. There's this route and that route. I see some chains there, right there. So we'll probably be using those for something. It's almost at the top. She's down there, happy as a clam. And now I'm sitting in the sun. You're too slow.
I know.
How you doing?
Wow.
Oh, why don't you follow the rope? I'm gonna get a good picture of you. Huh? Yeah, it'll be a much better picture.
Still come on.
Yeah, come on up a little bit more. Get that.
This part was way more fun than the first step.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
You are almost there. Look at the view.
I know, I did.
It's so cool up here. Up here feels like you're on another planet of basically massive cow pies. It's kind of like Canyonlands. You ready to come on up?
I'm ready.
It's nice and shady. Time to come down, and Michelle gets to do her very first rappel for real. Not training, not practice, but for real. I got a DMM pivot, and I've extended my rappel with a Petzl Connect Adjust. And then I bought this Blue Water VT Prusik for the special VT third hand. I really like that. It's cool. All right, see you soon. I just did the first rappel, and I'm hanging on here at a set of chains. Beautiful landscape behind me. Beautiful landscape all around, in fact. This would be a hanging belay if it was a belay. I guess you'd call it a hanging rappel station. I'm not sure. Long way down, probably 800 feet, I'm guessing. So check the topo later. Michelle's doing her first rappel for real. For realsies, as we say. Well done. How's it going?
Great. I don't feel like I'm very good at it, but
Yeah. Depending on how tight your prusik can be, it can feel a little bit clunky.
I feel like my feet still feel like.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's true. Takes time. Like anything else. Nice butt shots. That's the downside of me having the camera. It's always on you.
Oh man.
So if the rope strands are so heavy that it's hard, you can step on them to take some of the tension away. Good.
That's my break hand.
Well done. Yep. Okay, now you want to set up your prusik. Now things are awkward right now because you're hanging on your lanyard instead of hanging on the rappel extension. So what you could do is you could lengthen your lanyard. You kind of lose your stance a little bit, but that way you could load this. Then it would be easier to tie everything. Or you can just pull these strands up and tie your prusik. It depends on kind of how clear your head is and all that. Try and put the tab kind of up there at the top like that, and then do the wraps underneath. This is pretty epic footage. The view, not the rope work.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, but don't do too many wraps, then it gets too sticky. So you just want 3 wraps.
Goes here now.
Yep, and then you clip him. It's called an auto block knot. There's also a Klemmheist and a Prusik, all of which can be used for this purpose. This is pretty epic footage. Good, so you can see your 6 strands, right? You're locked. So now you're ready to test your system while still on a redundant system in case you did something wrong. Okay?
So I let this guy a little loose.
Right, so you can, so you can stand a little bit, loosen the cam action. Just twist him, just like that. That's it. That's all you need to do. Yep, and now start. Well, you can use your body to pull that weight if you want, perhaps. You can also choke this up all the way to the anchor if you want. Chimney. Nice little alcove. Michelle's rappelling from down up there. Multi-pitch rappelling. This is the first time we've really done, this is the first time we've ever done multi-pitch rappelling. As with everything, you learn a little bit more as you go. A couple things I would have changed. That's okay. Live and learn.
Alright.
Hello.
Rappel time.
Yeah, hands free. Look at a Prusik. All right. I'll see you down somewhere at the bottom, girl.
Alright. Happy trails.
What's that?
Happy trails.
I don't know if this is trails.
Ah.
I don't know if you say happy trails for this kind of thing.
I do.
This one feels a bit more exposed,
Huh. Yep.
leaving the best for the end. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
The road is far away. Come on. Really high. See them down there? Woohoo! I'm ready for some lunch, let me just say. Look at those tiny people. I'm not the biggest fan of heights, so a lot of this is getting over my fears. And then they creep up, don't they? Every single time, but it is pretty amazing, and I'm having a really good time, and man, you get to just see things you wouldn't normally get to see. So, even though it's scary, it's pretty awesome. And I would say it was really fun today, and the challenge of it is really good. Really good for me, really good for our kids, and I'm really happy we're doing this.
Rappel's over. We're going down the scramble now. The scramble's actually pretty tough, isn't it?
Yeah, it got really hot because we're not in the shade now. Yeah. In the scramble, it's hot and sunny.
And the rappel ended like 10 feet above the actual like solid ground. So it's like this awkward down climb at the very end. I kind of belayed her a little bit on a cordelette with a munter. But really beautiful climb. It's not one I would want to do with kids, but yeah, all of the rappelling really complicated things compared to walking off. That was our first multi-pitch with rappel. We'd done multi-pitch with a walk-off, and you just like such a big difference in terms of ease. Yeah. So yeah, start with walk-off multi-pitches, I would say, like we did. Beautiful scenery. So we basically started at like that bush and went like up and then out of sight, and then we rappelled down that crack. That crack right there, we rappelled down that. So let's get showered and waiting on a pizza, sipping a latte, enjoying the view, ready for cribbage and pizza. Barbecue chicken pizza, right? Yes.